On this episode of Cigars and Sea Stories, Bennett and Mike are talking about beards. I'm surprised that we haven't yet. I mean, frankly, we each rock a beard.
Yeah, I don't know how it's possible. I don't really have a beard.
Yeah, but you got that sexy celebrity scruff.
Whatever, dude.
You got that.
That it's like that permanent growth that just doesn't go away because I don't shave it off.
Well, it reminds me of that guy who was on. God, I can't remember the actor's name. He was on.
What's his name? What's his name? Badass motherfucker.
Yeah, it was something. Well, he played a badass motherfucker on The Losers. I'll tell you that much right meow. I'm trying to remember what else he was. He's been in a lot of different things. He played the dead dad on Weeds. What else was he in?
Yeah, I don't know his name,
but he's always got the celebrity scruff.
Yeah, well,
I gotta say.
See, here's the other thing too. You can always look at it this way, and this is funny. So you call it the celebrity scruff, but it's also what's funny is how many times do you see a hipster with a giant fucking beard, right?
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately, they've kind of taken it a little bit. And sometimes you can't tell. Sometimes because they also have the high end, like the medium fade haircut.
Right.
A lot of times. And if they're not a little dude wearing skinny jeans, because most, veterans don't wear skinny jeans.
Some do. Correct. Otherwise you would face massive amounts of ridicule.
Right. But every once in a while, you'll get a guy that you're like, ooh, is he a veteran? Because then they have tattoos, too. A lot of them.
Yeah.
And that always throws that little thing into the mix, man. You're like, shit. Especially like down in Wilmington. Because you're down in Wilmington. You're only like an hour from Lejeune. And really like an hour and a half from Bragg. And you're like, ooh.
So we need to come up with a questionnaire.
Right? Is this guy a veteran or not? And you know what? Most times, so I'm coming across this a lot of times. You're like, ugh, he isn't a veteran. And then you're like, what the fuck, bro?
Oh, he's not. Hey, bro, where'd you serve? What? What are you talking about?
I serve at the diner down the street. Right. I'm a fucking waiter and an aspiring actor.
I'm an aspiring actor. I'm a bartender at a local boutique.
I'm an actor. But I'm just waiting tables right now.
Right. I'm in the interim. No, man. You can come up with a questionnaire. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I ask people, I'm like, have you ever fell a tree? And if they don't, first of all, if they don't know that that's the proper terminology for chopping a fucking tree down, then
they just could be a lumber sexual.
That's true, but still, lumber
they might know the lingo.
Cool. What?
They might know the lingo. They might know the lingo.
Yeah, but if they've actually fell a tree, I mean, that's. I'm just saying that's one. I'm not saying it's the end all be all. Can you make condition one? What the hell does that mean?
The fuck does that mean?
What?
Yeah. All right.
I mean, if you're an 03 and you don't know headspace and timing, you're skeptic. I'm going to tell you right now. Right? We have our qualifying questions.
Yeah.
It's like
I used to have questions when I dated chicks.
Oh yeah, of course.
I had like 9 questions, and if you couldn't answer 7 of them, I was like, yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Just because it got a little, this is after I was like age 25 or 26 when it was like conquest wasn't the answer anymore.
That's easier though, because they immediately are segregated. You have a beard. I'm not going to start my questions. Any chick with a beard, I mean, no offense. We're just not getting together. But I mean, I'm throwing that out there.
Gotcha.
Creepy. I'm trying to.
So let me ask you, bearded man. Speaking of beards.
Yes.
What is your regime for keeping your beard nice and, awesome instead of. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Well, I just love how you phrase that because you asked the right question. That's the right question. More often than not, people are like, what do you put in your beard?
Yeah, what kind of product do you use in your beard,
What
dude?
do you
It's not like it's yeah.
right?
That's the really gay way to ask.
I wash my beard when I wash my hair, which is like every other time that I shower, because I don't wash my hair every time I shower. And I condition it when I condition my hair. And then when I get out and I comb my hair with like, I use pomade. It's like a
Yeah,
standard just cream pomade.
yeah.
And when I do that, then I just run a comb through my beard to make sure everything's in place. And I'm out the door. But the key is combing it. Like when you comb your hair, comb your beard. Just comb it. And I mean, some of that product on the comb, I guess, gets in the beard also. I guess that's probably helping to keep stuff in place. But you can get away with having a long ass beard, which I just recently kind of trimmed mine down because I'm going for, this happens. Like if you're a guy who has a big ass beard, on the inside of your sideburns, closest to your ears, and then down your neckline, that hair is more like the hair on your head. It's like soft. It's in all actuality, it's the neck hair, right? So it's like soft, like the hair on your head. That drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. And people will see me play with it or whatever, right? This is the secret of the beard. And I'm like, all right, I got to trim that back. Like, I got to do something with that. And so what I've done is such a dork. I take it in on the cheeks so that it's longer, like in the goatee region, so to speak, so that as it grows out, I don't have to deal with, I call them like the tendrils on the side.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Exactly.
And it's,
you got to trim back the sides a little bit.
Yeah. But I always get asked, how long did it take you to grow that out or something like that? And I just can't answer that question because I've had a beard. Well, the last time that I was clean shaven was when my son was, so like 3.5 years ago. And then I let it grow out for like 3 months. I trim it once a quarter. That's probably the end of the regimen. I trim it once a quarter. And I don't let barbers trim it. I don't do that.
Yeah. I cannot grow a beard, like a full beard, because I look 20 years older than I am if I do.
Yeah, but
because my beard is like almost totally gray.
I lean heavy on that.
So when I keep it short, like, just like a razor, like a regular, like head, like you would buzz cut your freaking hair with, that's the length I'm at, like a 1, I do that once a week.
Yep.
And, by the end of the week, I'm looking a little haggard, a little old because fucking it's gray, bro.
Yeah.
White, gray, whatever the hell you want to call it. Freaking, that's what having all these girls does to you.
Yeah. I always tell guys, I'm like, give it a month. Give it a month. I mean, like, before you even eyeball it, kind of a thing. Give it a month. Your mustache won't even be fully out. That, in my opinion, is the telltale sign. I'm a guy who runs. I'm rocking like the the pitched roof of a mustache. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like some guys trim it all the way back.
A lot of guys, they can't even grow a full-on mustache. Like, and if you can't do that, get rid of it all.
Yeah. Well,
or trim it way back. Like, you
gotta what you do.
You gotta give. Yeah. Or what you can do is now give it time to grow out. And then what I mean is just keep it down trimmed and it'll all fill in. And then let it grow. So a lot of guys get these patchy beards. It's because they went full bore right off the bat and but the hair doesn't grow evenly across their face. So what you got to do, that's the key, is to keep it trimmed down. So I actually fielded a question the other night. I can't remember on what Facebook group. It was how to grow a beard if you have like patchy, whatever. I'm like, well, does the hair grow sooner or later in those patchy areas? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, keep it trimmed Don't use an actual razor. Use a shears, like a head razor, and keep it at like a 1 until everything, you do that for like 6 months, and then try again. Then let it go. Let her go.
Yeah.
And then if it's still kind of patchy, then just let it out a little longer till like a 2. Just got to give it time, man. Some guys like you, it's like Homer Simpson. You shave and boom, it's back. I'm the same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
it could be a good
but
thing. It sucks in service.
for years, I didn't have a good mustache. Like I wasn't able to grow it looked like a rapo stash.
It was well within regs.
You know what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't grow right in the middle, in between, like your little divot there, whatever that's called. I don't know the technical term for it. But it like wouldn't grow there. But now, since I did some preliminary work,
he was like touching his stash. It was like,
so, yeah, man, that's all.
Yeah. No, I feel
just got to give it time. Have a little patience, my friends. Patience.
Right.
That's what it's.
Just let that mud trucker grow.
And there's no fucking snake oil that's gonna make your shit grow faster. Okay, because if that were the case, I love to see these beard oils and shit.
Oh yeah, they're blowing
like,
up.
Oh, we'll make it. Dude, if that was the case, wouldn't we have that for your head?
Right.
What are you gonna put Rogaine on your face? Put Rogaine on your face then.
Right.
Or whatever. I
guess.
Take some Propecia. Is that gonna make it grow faster? I don't know.
Well,
but what the hell? So,
and in some cultures, they just can't grow beards. I mean, there are some backgrounds where it's like.
Well, I mean, like technically, if you're full-blooded Indian, you're not growing a beard.
Oh, right. Yeah,
they don't grow facial hair. They don't. It's part of. It's not in their genetic makeup. Also, Eskimos and a lot of Asian folks.
Yeah, Asian folks. That's fantastic.
Asian folks. I don't want to say China because sometimes people are a little sensitive. So I'll say the people from the Asian persuasion, whether that's Chinese, Filipino, whatever you're fancy, whatever your Asian persuasion is.
See, I think the Brits have it right in how they do. Well, I mean, it's clear why Marines are clean shaven and it's the gas mask and everything else. Sure, appearance, professionalism, all of these things.
A goatee, a nicely trimmed goatee does not interfere with the sealing of your mask.
Yeah. Well, and probably on the newer ones, especially with like the full
the Millennium mask. Yeah, the Millennium masks that they've got, the full on open eye masks. Yeah, those are Millennium masks.
And they also have stock weld. Like the older generation had stock weld pads that were inside of them, but these work a hell of a lot better. These are like angled up and out. They're basically additional cheeks that you wear on your face, but they're fantastic when you're trying to sight in downrange in comparison to the older gas masks. Yeah,
so but I can tell you, like the Swedes, they can have a goatee.
Yeah,
and those dudes look badass. Just saying. Maybe it's just because of jealousy. It could be just jealousy that they could have goatees. And that's why they looked badass at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they were rocking, Viking goatees or something, but still, the fact that they could have a goatee, you were like, oh man. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
What about the Brits? Can they do that too? I can't remember.
Yeah, I was chatting with a color sergeant one time who was, we do a international exchange for the British over at OCS. And which I'm jealous of officer candidates in that regard, because I'm sure along the line NCOs, like when you go to sergeant's course or staff academy or one of these other things, you interact with international services. Don't get me wrong. OCS, it starts like right off the bat, knowing that you're going to have to interact in an international community. And so this color sergeant who's over there who was, I believe, a sergeant major with the Beefeaters on the exchange, but he made mention that he missed his beard, which he left in England. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, while you're here, you have to maintain your Marine Corps standards of appearance and professionalism while you're on OCS, which I, of course, was just like, first I was like, shake my head, and then I was like, yeah, I could totally see like a sergeant major just knife handing this dude across the parade deck, like, what the fuck is that on your face? But he was telling me that he got a chit back when he was a sergeant, and said, you know, it's a no shave chit kind of a thing, but you get your beard inspected. I think it's like a month later or something like that. You could elongate if you were patchy, but it was coming in or something. But basically, they inspected you and made sure that the beard was trimmed and looked proper. And then you were authorized to, you know, wear the beard. If it looked like shit, or you looked like a fucking terrorist or something, like, you know, you had to shave your beard off. But I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I would love to rock this bad boy. And, you know, can you imagine showing up to the ball? It's like Dress Blues, High and Tight. Ooh, this big beefy bastard just staring folks down, you know? You know?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Full-blown Viking.
Like Wade Spann.
Oh, God, yes. Oh, my God, yes. I had a chat with Wade recently.
We definitely need to put that picture in the show notes, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, God. Let me write this down. I need to write it down. I'm clicking my pen, people. Here, I'll do it for you. That was sound effect, I promise.
That was
Wade Spann's beard. That's going in the show note. Wade, you rocked it.
And Dress Blues.
Oh, my God. Well, and that's what makes it so epic. It's that Civil War era. And supposedly, there was a guy who saw it and was like, I can make a painting of that. So, fingers crossed that happens. Because I would love... Dude, that's like so epic. It's like General Lee joined the Marine Corps, you know, enlisted in the Marines.
Right. Speaking of weird, like you were saying, you know, you did exchange students with the Brits, right? One of the weirdest exchange things that I ever saw, well, actually, it wasn't an exchange. It was a school. And they had, it's also because Air Force, the Northcom, you know, headquarters for the air portion is at Tyndall Air Force Base. So that's where I worked as an Air Force civilian. But they do like some kind of school there. And they bring in a lot of foreign folks. And I can't remember what I was doing, but I was somewhere, and I worked for the security forces squadron there. So I kind of went all over the place. And there were two officers from the Mexican Air Force. I was like, does Mexico have an Air Force? I was like, of course they do. Why? You know, this is like what's going on. This is what's going on inside my head. I'm like, well, why wouldn't Mexico have an Air Force?
If Mexico has an Air Force, why didn't they all fly over the border?
Oh, yeah. C1, they do have some C-130s. I can tell you that. But I honestly don't think, I think of as of last year, I think I'd heard this. They had F-5s, you know, that's basically what they were flying around in fighter-wise. Which is a very tiny little, you know, fighter. But it's pretty versatile. But I don't think they have them anymore. I don't think they actually have. I think they retired all of their fighter aircraft.
Really?
That might be something for the audience to look into.
They probably did that that airframe didn't look good with a beard. That's the problem. Which probably I support. I support that decision.
There you go.
I mean, if you don't look cool in your airplane with a beard, why even bother, you know, flying the airplane? You know what I mean? You're clearly not going to get a kill count. Because that's the most absurd thing I think I've ever said.
It's absurd. Mexican Air Force. Watch out for those guys.
Pancho Villa the Sky.
S5, you know, they had F5s. I think they only had like 10 of them. And now, yeah, I think that's it. I think they're done.
I got a buddy who should join the Mexican Air Force. I mean, he's a fellow Marine, but he should totally join the Mexican Air Force.
Right.
Yep. I'm going to call him up and be like,
Hey,
bro, you are set. Okay, all you
up.
need is some aviators. Learn how to fly inverted. You know, do some Top Gun shit. You're going to be fine.
Yeah. Right.
That's the thing. If I washed out of American flight school, I'd just go down to Mexico, take their flight school. I'd be fine.
So good. That's it.
Probably let me wear a beard.
They very well may. You never know.
See, it was funny because we heard, just kind of flipping a little bit here, we heard over ICOM chatter. If you don't know what ICOM chatter is, fucking Google it. But we heard the enemy talking about the bearded ones in an area that we're at, right? The bearded ones, of course, are all of these like ODA guys, shit like that, riding around on fucking horseback somewhere.
Exactly.
And I
fucking super secret squirrel bitches running around out there.
Right. Sweet tennis shoes, bros. But they're
right.
I love it because best kept secret is there's so many Marines that are in the Green Berets. It's insane. So, you know, if we did like a recon mission with any of these guys, which was simple, it was basically like we would go
I used
out
to be in the Marine Corps.
Right. And they're like, oh yeah, no, I totally understand your terminology, bro. I'm a Marine. 03 did this, blah blah blah. Wound up going here. Like, motherfucker. I'm like, how many other Marines you got? And all three of the guys that were in my truck were all Marines.
What's the funniest part is, here's the thing. I think the Army doesn't understand. I've thought about this long and hard now that we're going into this a little bit. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get too off track of your thing. So I'll say it and then we won't comment. You can just keep going on with your thing. The Marine Corps is infiltrating the Army.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Oh yeah. Have been for years.
Yeah.
Shouldn't open the reserve slots.
Forever. Forever.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
Just saying.
Well, and
it's not because they're better. It's because there's more opportunity. So
right.
now we're just infiltrating. I've never met a Marine serving in the Army that wasn't a Marine serving in the Army.
Oh, that's such a great way to put it.
Even they could be Ranger, they could be SF, they could be whatever, but every one of them is still a Marine.
Yep. Serving in the Army.
Pretty much, yeah. I was a Marine in the Army. I wasn't even a Marine in the Army. I consider myself a Marine serving in the 10th Mountain.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, because that's the other thing, too, is you specialize it.
Dude,
there's not
let me tell you how high speed and like, all right, so Marines have a certain level of knowledge that they have to learn, right? You have to.
Right.
Now, they might have that in Army boot camp as well, you know, like, but I've been out of the Marine Corps since 1996. So do the math, guys.
Right.
21 years, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Or am I I still can't do math. Most Marines can't.
Well,
unless it's practical.
You probably cheated on that MCI. No worries.
So then, yeah, math for Marines. Jesus. I still think I have that book. But anyway, I still know the Marine Corps song like Marines the back of my head. The Marine Corps hymn, right? I still know it.
The Marines hymn. Not the Marine Corps hymn. The Marines hymn.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
It's ours.
The Marines
it's not
hymn.
the Corps.
Yeah, the Marines hymn. Okay. So I still know that. 6 years in the Army, never knew the Army song.
I didn't even know they had a song.
Yeah, I think I've said that. It's the Army keeps rolling along, that bullshit. I remember because they would do it in like sing it before like a ceremony and shit. And I'd be standing there going, and the Army keeps rolling along. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, because I had no ideas other than whatever the fuck the words are. I can't even tell you, man. Except for the Army keeps rolling along.
That's funny.
Oh shit, my kids know it better than I do because they had to learn it, and they had like a chorus thing where they sang it in school. All the hymns, the songs. Yeah, man. that was pretty cool. But anyway, we got off on a tangent there.
No. This ties in directly. I was in Ramadi
Right.
on the first tour, and we were rolling around, and we had SEALs that were with us, and the guy brought his fucking iPod,
dude.
And I was like, yeah, let's not do that. If you want, I mean, we know a bunch of songs. And my gunner, Willie, he stood at attention in the gun, right? Which we were ready to rock. It was like condition 1 in the whole 9 yards, and just starts like, from the halls of Montezuma. And so this dude, just to be an asshat, stands up on the, like, you know, the back right side and starts singing Anchors Away, right? Which I guess is the Navy song. I mean, we have to stand at attention for Anchors Away, my boys. You know, and I'm just like, we have a sing-off in between a Marine who's standing at attention for the Marines hymn and a SEAL who is hanging off the back of our Humvee singing as loud as he can. Now, I will say this. His beard, phenomenal. I mean, this guy's beard was just absolutely fantastic. It was black. It was heavy. It was long, over the yoke, well over his neck protector. I mean, just anchors away, me boys. It was cute. It was
cute.
It was one hell of a scene. Which, dude, it's funnier if you knew Willie. I have to say knew. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. Love that dude. He would sing in the gun. Like, he wasn't killed overseas. Something else happened. But he would sing in the gun before we went on patrol. And the song Buttercup. Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby. And then an IED goes off. That song and a massive fucking explosion along with like 45 people dead. That's what I remember when I hear, why do you build, Buttercup or whatever. It's fucked up.
Right.
And then I remember Willie. Standing at attention, sing off against big bearded dude. See, this is how fantastical my brain is. I swear to God, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about beards.
It's like the fucking Voice
on the show. What's that?
The show. It's like the show The Voice. We're having a sing off.
Yeah, but it's not good. I'm gonna stick. Hey, folks. Hey. I'm not, and I'm the guy, just quick little side note. I'm the guy who's like, fly me to the moon. I'm Sinatra all the way at karaoke. You know what I'm saying? It's like
karaoke.
Karaoke. Whatever. One of the Asians can tell us. Yeah. The ones who their beards don't get in the way.
The Asian persuasions
in karaoke night. Say that much. Sometimes, see, like, the beard can get in the way. The folks heard that. The beard can get in the way. It can. And every once in a while, just a side note, I need to just say this, because this is a real thing. If you have a long beard, that shit does get in your mouth. It gets in your Cheerios. It gets in your food. It's like, it gets all up in your shit. And
yeah, you should watch Penny eat sometimes.
No, it's not that bad. I get the dribble down the chin a little bit. You know what I mean? I have hair. If you look at me from afar, because of the color of my hair, it looks like my beard does that thing underneath of the lip, how it does a W, like yours. I'm looking at your ugly mug right now. You have bare, 2 little dime-sized little patches right there that are bare, right? On either side of your soul patch.
Yes.
That shit is blonde hair on me, and it goes all the way around my lip. All the way up to my lips is hair, and that shit goes up to, like, my eyeballs.
Basically like fucking Chewbacca.
Like Teen Wolf. If I didn't trim this shit up, I would look like Teen Wolf's dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when poof, yeah.
Which was badass. And if you haven't gone van surfing, I totally condone it. So go ahead, go van surfing. I don't care if I get sued. Just do it. Grow your beard out, all your hair, go van surfing. It's Teen Wolf style. It's all right. Mike said it's fine. So anyway.
Tell the cop that it's.
It's totally Mike Penny of Cigars and Sea Stories told me
said,
to do this.
They said it's fine, that they'll take the hit.
Right, exactly. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But I will say this: if you grow that raging big ass beard out and you have a fork full of food, we're talking a long time, a dinner fork, not this salad bullshit, okay? We're talking a big fork here. And you come in from the right or left side, because this happened just last week. I came in and that closest tine caught about 4 inches of beard hair along with the corn, potatoes, and hamburger that I was putting into my mouth. I started chewing my beard along with my food. And the only way out of this mess is to swallow and strain your hair through your lips on the way back out. That's it. I'm telling you right now. It's gross as shit. It's gross. But that's how you keep it clean, folks.
And that's all we've got for this episode, folks, because I have to go vomit.
Some of the hazards.
Just threw up in my mouth.
Some of the hazards. Here's the beard.
Damn.
Just one last time. It's for the listeners. They're going to want to hear this. There you go. You're welcome. Folks, if you need any other tips and tricks for growing a beard, don't fucking ask me because I don't know. It's just good genetics and I run a comb through it. I'm sorry. That's all I got. I'm going to tell you, rub Crisco on there or like bull semen or something. All of that is complete nonsense. But I am going to tell you all of those things. You've been warned. You had to listen to the end of the episode. It's good genetics and I comb it. That's it, man. That's it. I'm sorry. That's it. Some people are way more cut and ripped than I am, and I got the beard. That's it. Other guys, they hang. You know what I'm talking about. Knee knockers. Me, not so much. I'm a grower, not a shower. If you're not using it, put it the fuck away. But I got you on the beard. See? We've all got our things. We're special creatures in unique ways. Right? Am I right? Let me hear a war cry, Bennett.
But I got nothing. I'll say it again. I got nothing.
Huge thank you for listening to another episode of Cigars and Sea Stories. People, we really appreciate your reviews. We really appreciate you following us on Facebook at Cigars and Sea. We're on Twitter and Instagram at Cigars and Sea. Everywhere else at Cigars and Sea. If you want to tweet at us, if you want to talk to us via Instagram, via Facebook, whatever it is, by all means, we try to be responsive. We work within our team, and Cigars and Sea Stories is us. It's all of us. It's multi-faced. You're welcome on the show. You're welcome to come talk to us about a variety of different topics. We want to hear your sea stories. We love that you share stuff with us.
What the hell's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, it's awesome. And these episodes, we hope, inspire and empower fellow veterans to come out and, whether it's not grab a microphone, but you'd rather share written word or images or whatever, by all means, get in touch with us. We can be contacted via contact@cigarsandseastories.com, or it's Mike at cigarsandseastories.com, Bennett at cigarsandseastories.com. Send that stuff in, tweet to us, do whatever.
Facebook, whatever.
Yeah. So thank you to our sponsors, Heroes Media Group, which is a veteran-owned and operated veteran podcast network. Big fans of those guys. They do great work with us. VeteransList.us. Rick and Will are running that. They've both been on the podcast. Check out their episodes. It's VeteransList.us. If you're a veteran with a veteran-owned company and you would like to be listed or featured on VeteransList.us, you can do so for 50% off by entering in discount code Cigars and Sea. Again, it's 50% off a featured membership on VeteransList.us by entering Cigars and Sea, which is easy. That's our Facebook and everything else. Just our handle, Cigars and Sea, for all of our discount codes. And then huge thank you to Spartan Media. Jeremy, you're doing great work over there. All of the folks at Spartan Media, thank you so much for building a kick-ass website. We really thank you for our help as far as our growth structure and everything else. You guys rock. So thank you so much to everybody for getting the word out, especially Lifelet Media, who is a veteran-owned and operated PR firm. Eric Mitchell, who's been on the show before. We work with our partners, as well as our fellow veterans that are out there. Lifelet Media ran VetCon 2017, which was huge. Doing great things over there. Lifelet Media, check them out for all of your tactical PR needs. which is cool. I love the motto. I'm part of the company. I shouldn't say there. I love our motto over there.
Tactical PR.
Well, and I love tactical PR, but also I love the fact that it's about storytelling, not story yelling.
Not story yelling.
I'm a big fan of that.
Although we like to yell.
Yes.
But anyway.
Semper Fidelis always. Love your body. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And on that note, we cue the music.